format.
How you doing?
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 How you doing? How you doing? So what's going on?
You don't want to know.
And now, Tom Zappola and Mike Lamazzo with the Sicilian Corner.
All right, listen up. First of all, look at me. I want you both to look at me. Look at the tan.
That's a nice tan.
Look at the contrasting tan with the white shirt. Do
Nice
I
hat.
do I look like Burt Reynolds?
Oh, yeah. No question about that.
Yep, you just need a Trans Am.
That's it.
Right? I think I look like Burt Reynolds.
Oh, sure you do.
Rick, what do you think?
It's more like Debbie Reynolds, I think.
All right, listen, we have a good show today. Mikey Boy's in the house. Rico Petrocelli, our good buddy.
Nice to be here.
Red Sox Hall of Famer, Italian from Brooklyn, but we won't take that away from him. And David's in the house. Davey, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, gentlemen. Thanks for showing up.
All right, listen, this is a free form Friday today. So we're going to, anything goes. Anything goes, Rico. Right?
Can I just open up with one sad thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Billy.
I know.
A lot of people know Billy Canigliaro passed away. Really saddened me because I was very close to their family. And Billy had Parkinson's disease. I'm not sure if he passed away from that, but he's had it for a number of years now. And it's really sad that whole family has gone through such bad luck. It's just incredible. Now, Richie is the surviving brother, the last one in the family. And I don't have his number. Anybody out there who knows his number, if you maybe you can give
Wait
it
a minute, you don't have Richie C's number?
I don't have Richie's number.
I believe it or not, I think I have it.
Okay, send it over to me because
the only reason I think I have it is because remember when we did the gig with RR Auctions for that event?
Yeah. That's right.
Bobby Livingston gave me Richie's number, and because remember we were going to do some stuff with them, but I'll see if I can dig it out.
Don't give me over the air. I mean, after the
show. No, I'm not.
I wasn't sure with the hat. You might have some.
Oh, I got to put my volume down. All right. Anyway, so
yeah.
I'll get you that number. Yeah, but you're right. The Canigliaros have had nothing but bad luck. Mikey, you remember when Tony got hit?
Oh, man. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It really was.
What a treasure. I mean, this guy, he would have been such a good role model for kids coming up. Good-looking dude. Could sing a little bit. Not much, but he could sing a little bit. He had the whole package. He really did. Had the personality.
Rico, you told me once about Tony that, there was really his perception amongst the general public was a little different from what he really was like, right? I mean, people, when you think of Tony C, you think of a guy that after a game, he'd go out and stay out till 3:00 in the morning in the clubs and a big drinker and all that stuff. And you told me just the opposite, that he was kind of like really took care of himself, wasn't a big drinker. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, he met girls, and when he was at home, I don't know. He was funny though. He would send messages. He was dining. I dined with him. When he sent a message, give it to the waitress to give to this girl or two girls that were sitting there and really good looking. And sure enough, he sent over a drink. The next thing you know, he's talking to them and he's got a date. I mean, he was not a violent person. You know what I mean? He was not a bad guy, but a lot of people thought he was cocky, and he really wasn't. He was just a guy that kind of did his own thing, but he would have been. I think he would have hit 500 home runs. We don't know.
Really? Wow.
Well, think about Mike. When the DH came along in '73, Tony was healthy. I mean, he still would have been a pretty young guy. and he could have gone on, probably played into middle 30s, and who knows? Because he really did. He kept he took a lot of vitamins. He took care of himself. But
Rico,
Billy-
Go ahead.
Finish
Go
up.
ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask Rico, how hard was it with your young family and the responsibilities of being a dad, and yet being a professional baseball player at the same time? How hard was that to adjust to? Because I mean, everybody wants a piece of you.
Hi, Nance.
I was just wondering how difficult that was for you.
Good question, because it's difficult. You're away from your family, and yet that's the that's the way the sport is. I mean, you got to be on the road. That's what you do. But it affects your family because you're away from the kids, and the kids need their father and mother. So in the off season, you try to make up for it, but you're so into yourself. In other words, trying to get ready for the next season and do a good job. You're making a living. But I think even more than giving kids stuff, would take care of them and all that, it's being with them in love that you need to show. It's very important. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do for all of us because,
Right.
why we got to make a living. We got to go to work.
I hear you, brother. Now you came in as a free agent, right?
Yeah, right. Free agency wasn't around when I came up in 1872. But
Well, you were a walk-on.
yeah, no, they signed you.
What do you mean he was a walk-on? They signed him for $60,000. What are you kidding me? Don't give me that. No.
No, but no, they didn't have the draft then. They came out with a couple of years later. But no. But let me mention Billy. Billy, don't forget, Billy was a big league ball player. Billy was with Boston, and
I remember that.
Defensively, he was better than Tony.
Yeah.
I mean, he can go get the ball. He played center field. Wasn't as good a hitter, but he made contact. He had, he got some big hits. The problem was when he went over to Oakland, it was a tough situation there because he told me, he says, if you want a new bat, you have to, if you break your bat, you have to hand that in to get a new bat.
That's because Charlie Finley was cheap.
Charlie Finley, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That
was great.
Is that the guy, Tommy, who measured up the bat trying to get one?
No. That was in the
Bill
40s. That was Bill Veck.
Okay. All right.
Eddie Goodell.
I do have a question, Rico. Did Billy and Tony, two brothers, play in the same outfield for the Red Sox at any point?
Yes. Yes, they did. I can't tell you what years. I forgot.
I can tell you what year. I think it was the year that Tony made his comeback, Rico, in 75.
No.
You sure? Wait a second. Billy wasn't on the roster in 75?
Billy was on the roster on the Red Sox roster from 69 to 71.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see?
I didn't realize
No,
that.
it's all right. No.
Now, what about Richie? Wasn't Richie drafted but never made it?
Well, Richie was a very good athlete, too. I don't know the situation. He didn't get I don't think he got drafted. I think he went on to do other things. Richie's a bright kid. He's been in the restaurant business and a number of solid businesses. And but he's had, and that's the tough thing about being the youngest. I'll tell you right now, not that you exactly what's going to know. I'm the youngest of 7, and I'm the last one left. And so you have to go through all of that, and it's tough to see your brothers go. And so I really feel bad for Richie too. So I just wanted to bring that.
That's good. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. And you know something, we've talked about this a zillion times on the other show, but and I've seen everybody, any baseball fan has seen the film 1,000 times when Tony got clipped, and you were on deck or on third base?
No, it was on deck. You're
on deck, and you ran right over there.
Of course.
Right? Yeah.
Kidding me? I seen him get hit right there by a bone. Broke his cheek, his side, and bleeding.
Wow.
It was terrible. It was terrible. But that's why he made one of the greatest comebacks in any sport ever.
You're not
Rico,
kidding.
you also got hit on the side of the
I
face.
got hit a few times. Yeah.
But it caused you some serious problems with inner ear problems.
yes.
Yep. You
He
lost.
still has those
concussion.
problems.
I was going to ask you, you still have problems with your inner ear?
Equilibrium problems.
He falls off the seat, and once a week he falls off the seat.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
No, that's all right. You know what the biggest problem is when I get up fast.
Yeah.
I go, and I get, you get dizzy, and
I'll tell you what.
Blood pressure.
Well,
Yeah,
there's another time that Rico has a problem, David. There's when Rico is playing golf and he takes a swing, you'll see I'll tell you what. This is what Rico looks like after he takes a typical golf swing.
Right there.
Aye, aye.
Never before seen photo right there from the course.
Right?
How'd you know?
His caddy took that photo for him.
That's
Exactly.
True.
All right.
That's true.
Just wanted to bring that up.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. All right. So,
all right. Well, anyway, welcome, Rico. We're going to be all over the place today.
sure.
I want to talk about, obviously, the name of the show is the Sicilian Corner. And by the way, Ray Fornio is watching us. Big Ray. We love Ray.
Yeah.
Guitar Ray. But
Andy Parisi's watching us also.
Yeah, Andy Parisi. There's a lot of Bob Ippolito, all kinds of people. That's great. We love you guys. Hold on a second here. All right. Rico, you grew up in Brooklyn, Italian upbringing just like us. Your mother, I'm assuming, was a phenomenal cook. What was it like growing up in an Italian house in Brooklyn with 6 or 7 siblings, your parents? Was it chaos?
Yeah, when we got together, it was loud talk, a little argument, nothing real bad. My father was, from Italy. My mother and father. My mother spoke perfect English. She was pretty smart, but my father, he was this and that, and he says, "I want to be a bum. If you play baseball, you want to be a bum." All that stuff, and my brothers.
But they supported you, right?
Oh, big time. I mean,
Yeah.
you're kidding me? I had 2 sisters. One passed away when I was about 10. She was 23. Valve, one of the first valve operations in the country in Philadelphia, and she passed away afterward. And my older sister just passed away, 99 years old.
I know. Unbelievable. You got some good genes. So if I had to ask you, what was the one favorite dish that your mother made that you liked? The one favorite dish?
Oh, boy. That's a tough one. Lasagna. She made her own, pasta.
Yeah.
She made it from scratch.
Yeah. See, my grandmother used to do the same thing.
Yeah, raviolis. You get the cup and squeeze them. As a kid, I'd be looking. Gnocchi. Oh man, I gotta say, lasagna. I mean, I loved it. I loved it. Cavatellis. Oh,
Nice.
on and on and on.
Now, you spent a lot of time at Tony's house.
The
when you were here.
sauce gravy.
I don't want to hear the gravy stuff.
Wait a minute! I said sauce gravy
Okay,
sauce. Okay, make
that's
everybody happy.
That's right.
It was fabulous. That was one of the keys.
Now,
So anyway,
you spent a lot of time at Tony's house. You and
Yeah.
Elsie both, right?
oh yeah, the whole family.
When you were married, and was
What
it
do you mean,
Caniglia?
Wait,
No,
when I was
No, obviously.
well,
but,
that sounded bad.
Was the Canigliaro house similar?
Festive. Oh yeah, they were very close. They had their aunts and uncles would come over, but see, we stayed here. We stayed in Boston, in the off season. So they invited us to Thanksgiving. They invited us to Christmas, and it was important for the kids to be with other people as well as with their family. And they were wonderful to us. And not only us, me, but a lot of the other players too. And they were just giving people, really were.
Mikey?
You've been living in Florida now for the last couple of months, right?
Yes, yep.
And tell me about the pizza. We just had National Pizza Day. And how do you rank the pizza in Florida compared to up here?
You can't. No, there isn't.
It's awful. It's awful.
Especially when you go to Melvin's Pizza Place. Melvin's. Wait a minute. What is
Melvin's.
this? Yeah. I said,
You know, some
no.
people say it's the water. I don't know, Tommy. What do you
Something
think
like
is the biggest?
I can't pinpoint it. There's one place down here called Allura. The pizza isn't bad. The rest of the pizza down here absolutely sucks. Rico,
Everybody said that. Everybody said that.
Rico and I did. Do you remember when we did the a remote at that bar and the Rico's and it was
Is that
a pizza
the one
joint.
in Alligator Alley?
No, this was up in Sarasota somewhere,
Okay.
and it was a dive. It was a pizza joint. Guys were they were playing pool, and the balls were flying by our head.
And they had no teeth.
Oh God, that was very funny.
No, that was a very expensive. No, the pizza. I don't know, Mike, if it's the water. Probably that's part of it, because if you don't have the water treated in Florida, then you got that real terrible taste.
Absolutely,
minerals.
And Nancy's saying the bread is awful too.
No, I don't agree with you, Nancy, on that one. At least down here, Mikey, you know about Doris's.
Yep.
The Italian marketplace. Their bread is fabulous. I mean, they make their own bread. It's really, really good, but they may be the exception to the rule.
Probably.
You know, I'm surprised they don't bring in fresh spring water to make their products.
Probably.
That's a good point.
The pizza really does stink. It's not good. Unfortunately.
What a shame! What a shame! Because, man, I'll tell you, pizza has to be the #1 food in the world. Really, I think. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of times, it's not the people. You know, people move down from New York and Boston, and they had restaurants up there, and they want to open up in Florida. It's just not going to be the same. I don't know how they do it, how they would do it, but it doesn't matter. It's just maybe it is the water. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. I do. I think you're right.
I was looking for a lowest common denominator, and everything I looked at brought me back to the water because the ingredients are basically the same. Tomatoes are basically the same. The only thing is water. So that's what made me say about the water. And, when you mix in the dough and everything,
I will tell you something, though, Mike. And Rico, I don't know how it is on the West Coast, but there are some pretty damn good Italian restaurants around us here. There's probably a half a dozen that I would put up against any restaurant in the North End.
No kidding.
Honest to God. Yeah. There are some great Italian restaurants, especially down in Delray. There's some nice ones in Delray, in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. Yeah, some good stuff.
Well, Mike, we know how much you like Florida. You ought to come down here.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, that state gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know why.
You know something? Don't go down that road. Why do you have to start with Florida? You're just an anti-Floridian.
I didn't bring it up. Why don't you keep quiet? I'm answering a question here.
You're an anti-Floridian.
That was a very good question. For some reason, have this fear, I say. And I don't fear much.
What are you afraid? You're going to die?
Yeah.
No, it's Florida might sink into the water.
You got enough sinkholes.
All right, so let me
you park your car, you come out in the morning and it's gone.
Peter's saying Florida is too flat. Okay, let me ask you a question. Michael and David, what's the temperature there right now?
Just a guess, it's probably close to 21, maybe 22. Maybe
it's going to be 81 this afternoon.
19
well,
degrees.
you know something? That means nothing to me at all. I love the cold weather. With my back, I do better in the winter than I do any time during the summer. I can't stand the humidity. And, I feel like a little kid over here. I go for walks. I'm walking here. I go out down the lake. I watch them ice fish. I'm having a hell of a time for myself. It's not for everybody. But for me, I love the winter. You know?
All right, listen, we're going to take a break.
Peter Scapelli just said hello. You should see the trees he's taken. Tommy, 40 big trees they took down on his property this last week. It's like a lumber yard.
All right, listen, we're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to have cocktails with Dave. Rico is going to join. He's going to be with us for a whole hour. If you guys have, you can text some questions. If you have some Red Sox-related questions for Rico, we're going to talk some Red Sox talk. We're going to talk about the famous brawl with Joe Prepitone.
No.
Why not? I've seen that film recently a couple of times, too.
No,
Petrocelli's in the middle of the scrum. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Looking for that something special? All of us here at the Sicilian Corner suggest trying Ristorante Uno, located at 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. For the most exquisite dining experience in an intimate setting that serves authentic regional Italian cuisine and features old country service. Try Ristorante Uno. Did we mention their award-winning wine cellar? Ristorante Uno, 119 Salem Street in Boston's historic North End. Call 617-573-9406 for reservations. That's 617-573-9406. Tell them the boys from the Sicilian Corner sent you.
Today, Lawrence General Hospital has affiliations with leading Boston academic medical centers. Top specialists from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center and Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center work with our local doctors to bring world-class care close to home. Today, amazing partnerships are happening at Lawrence General Hospital. To learn more, visit lawrencegeneral.org/today.
Italian artisan cuisine combines simple, fresh ingredients with time-honored preparation to create an incredible culinary experience. At Tuscan Kitchen, located in Salem's historic Depot District, talented chefs prepare everything in-house from scratch for all to see. Guests enjoy their meal literally in our kitchen as food is prepared right in front of you. Wood ovens burn from morning till night, roasting vegetables, baking bread, and firing delightful thin-crust pizzas. Prime steaks are seared on a wood grill. A rotisserie slowly roasts marinated whole chickens and lamb, while a pasta maker creates fresh fettuccine. More than just artisan cuisine, Tuscan Kitchen features the wine bar, live entertainment, weekly wine tastings, and elegant private dining and event space. Call 603-952-4875 or visit TuscanKitchen.com to make a reservation and learn more about the culinary adventure that awaits. In Italy, cooking is an art form. Tuscan Kitchen. Experience artisan Italian.
Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine is pleased to announce the opening of their American College of Radiology accredited MRI unit at their location at 16 Pelham Road in Salem, New Hampshire. So now, in addition to receiving the best orthopedic care in the Merrimack Valley, as well as physical and occupational therapy at Optima Sports Therapy and Rehab, you can also have your MRI, all in one convenient location. The doctors and staff of Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine have been dedicated to providing outstanding medical care to the Merrimack Valley in southern New Hampshire since 1984. Located on Route 97, just off Exit 2 from Route 93 North, on the second floor of the Workout Club of Salem. You deserve the best care, and that's exactly what you'll get from the board-certified surgeons at Essex Orthopedics and Optima Sports Medicine. Please call 603-898-2244 to schedule an appointment.
A loyal sponsor for the Sicilian Corner is Hilton Oil Company. Hilton Oil has been located right across from the South Lawrence Common since 1932 at 101 South Union Street. Hilton Oil Company specializes in 24-hour burner service, oil deliveries, including automatic deliveries, serving all the Merrimack Valley area, plus portions of southern New Hampshire. If you want your car fixed right the first time, bring it to Hilton's state-of-the-art service station. Remember, Hilton's is also a Mass State inspection station. Hilton Oil Company, 101 South Union Street in Lawrence. Call 978-687-9793.
This is Cindy,
and Mike Kunstler,
owners of Grazie Italian Restaurant in Dracut, Massachusetts,
the hidden gem of the Merrimack Valley.
In addition to spectacular views overlooking our golf course, we have an incredible Italian chef, Benny Curti.
Benny was born and raised in Italy and came to be our executive chef in 2013.
Benny is so passionate about cooking. If you haven't experienced the food at Grazie Italian Restaurant, you're truly in for a treat.
Grazie Italian Restaurant, located at Four Oaks Country Club.
Okay, we are back.
The submarine with
You know what it is?
the water.
Diving.
Nice sound.
You know what it is?
What's that?
It's a second Michael Lamazzo popped up here. I'm going to bring him to the stream. We have two Michael Lamazzo. Somehow we got two.
I went on my. I know my sound isn't really good on the big computer.
So what did you do, Mike? Mike, what did you do?
I didn't do it.
You didn't touch anything.
Hold on. Talk, Michael.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. There's the right.
Hey,
mic.
there's the mic. It's worked, Michael.
Look at the other camera now.
Mike, look at the other camera.
All right.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
So wait a second.
So let me tell you what we have going on the screen right now. We have Michael's audio from one camera and the video from another, or actually another computer.
So you're telling me that Petrocelli and I have to look at two of him?
Well, let me remove this one. Now talk, Michael.
Perfect.
Oh.
No good. That's the wrong one.
I don't have him. Hold on. Go ahead, talk.
Mike, talk.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, let's leave it the way it was.
All right. I'm going to kick him out.
A Russian submarine.
Dive.
All right. I kicked him out. Let's redo the scene here, though. Let's hold on. All right. All right. Here we go.
Rico Petrocelli, Red Sox Hall of Famer, is in the house with us, but right now it is time to have cocktails with David. David, what do you have this week? Oh, by the way, Rico is a big drinker. No, he's not.
Oh,
He's
not, right?
I know you're kidding.
I know.
I heard the ball players back then were, but I guess Rico wasn't.
No, Rico likes this. You like your bourbon. You're a bourbon guy.
No, I'm not.
Jack Daniels. What do you drink?
Jack Daniels, Coca-Cola, and vodka and orange juice, or no, the other one, cranberry. That's all. I have one. You know,
you've had more than one. You've had two.
Will you stop it?
So this week, Rico has vodka in it. I'm not a huge vodka guy, but my wife has been drinking quite a bit of vodka lately. She's not up here. Quite a bit of vodka lately with her Clamato special or Bloody Caesar. So I found one called a cold brew martini that has three ingredients. It's got vodka. It calls for Kahlua, but I switched with grind. It's a similar Kahlua style, but it has espresso in it, so it already has that cold brewish kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
So it has the vodka, the grind, and some cold or iced coffee. I just put coffee in the fridge for a little bit, and it's actually pretty good. I'm not a huge vodka guy, but Tom, it's pretty good.
So wait a second. You put ice? Do you add ice to it?
I did not add ice to it. I did. We have this thing. I don't even know what it's called, an emulsifier, or a little device that helps froth up my wife's coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
And I used that to kind of froth it up a little. It looked cool. I should have taken a photo. Hold on, I'm getting my coffee delivered.
I'll tell you what, though, David, that's a few calories.
It was a few. Yeah, it's not too bad though. I mean, it has a little bit. I mean, it wasn't like I drink coffee black normally, so I don't like a lot. I don't do the cream or anything like this. So this worked out. So the grind is a dark. It looks like regular rum. It doesn't look like a creamed rum or anything like that. So it's dark colored. The vodka's in there, which is healthy for you, right?
Yeah.
And and then the cold brew coffee. It was actually pretty good. I give it a thumbs up.
And what's that? What is it called?
Cold brew martini.
Cold brew martini, Michael.
And I got an idea.
Never heard of it.
I got an idea for a customer for next week already. So
very good.
Very simple drink coming up.
All right, Rico, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Wait a second. Before putting me on the spot, whatever happened to when I was a kid, my father and all the Goombas came over the house. They had a shot glass, right?
Yeah.
They poured the whiskey in the shot glass, and ba-boom. That was it. No mixed drinks. What is
Nothing.
this?
I don't know. You're right. And
Remember that? Boom,
yes.
boom, 2 or 3 shots.
It was whiskey, scotch, or bourbon. And I mean, even back then, like when we were kids, Mike, I mean, vodka wasn't very popular, right?
No, I know. No, Sambuca, you do the same thing, Rico.
Yeah.
Sambuca, after a nice big meal, you pour glasses, especially the black. You get that black Sambuca, man, you put that down, you digest the system right away.
But even
Beautiful,
gin, I mean, gin was kind of popular back then. But you're right, Rico. I mean, the whiskeys, the put in a shot glass.
So the question then is: do any of you guys drink like that at this point? Do you guys drink scotch? Do you drink?
I don't drink at all now.
I have a bottle of scotch in my liquor cabinet, and I'll bet you, I haven't tasted it in a year and a half. I haven't. As a matter of fact, Rico, that Jack, I have a bottle of Jack here that I bought when Rico and Elsie came over. I haven't touched that. I mean, but it's three quarters gone, but that's because of Rico.
Right.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Right, hey, Mike, do you watch the videos? I just turned this off. I just turned the phone off. How the heck can it ring?
Probably turned it on.
Put it on, not put it on.
No, I didn't.
What are you gonna ask me? Don't worry about it. I'll write you a note. I'll write you a note for next week.
All right, listen. I want to put you on the spot. Okay, Ray Fournier is asking, number one. This has nothing to do with what I'm going to ask you, but how did you do against Bob Gibson when he pitched against you?
Real good, yeah, real good.
I mean, did you hit him well?
Oh yeah, geez. Bob was a piece of cake for me. It was easy. You're trying to really dig me down.
Ray Fournier is asking a question.
He's got his foot on my face and it's just like a cigarette. He's just going, dig it in.
Oh, no, somebody asked.
That's all right. So I fouled one ball off of him the first game. And the second game, I think I got a double. He felt sorry for me.
Right.
The second time he pitched. Third time he pitched.
But on the other side of the coin, there were some great Hall of Fame pitches that you had a lot of success with hitting against for some reason. You told me that.
Of course.
No, wait a second. Who was it? There was somebody that you had some sick. It wasn't Nolan Ryan. Who was it?
That's sure. I don't remember.
Was it Koufax or Drysdale? One of those guys.
I had luck off Palmer.
Jim Palmer, that's who it was.
Jim, but not all. You know what I mean? Relatively medium success, but no. The Hall of Famers are. You face Marichal and those guys in that period of time with Koufax and all. And they were in National League, but we had some good ones too. And then when Nolan Ryan came over, geez, that's all you needed. It was. Whiff a few times.
You're right.
One game he got Cecil Cooper 6 times, got me 4. I walked twice. I was so happy. I sprinted down the first base, kissed the bag.
You mentioned Jim Palmer. I had an opportunity to meet him almost like a one-on-one. We're in the island of St. John's, and we're going to Virgin Gorda in the English islands. And we were on a small boat, and there was only 4 people: Jim Palmer, his wife, me, and Lucille. Wow. And I had the morning newspaper, and I had read it. And he says, "Do you mind if I look at the sports page?" I says, "Absolutely not." So we ended up sitting next to each other because it was like a 2-hour boat ride to get there. And boy, he had it in for Bob Stanley. Let me tell you.
Really?
He says, "What a stiff." He says, "I'm thinking of coming out of retirement." He says, "They're paying this guy. What a stiff." He wouldn't let it go. He hammered the boy. Tommy, he killed this guy.
Oh, I believe it.
Hey,
Rico, we have a question. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised.
According to Baseball Reference, you hit 340 against Dave McNally, Rico.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Wow. And against Cy Young, you were 0 for 4.
Well, That was different.
last year.
Young, he threw lefty and righty against me. How the hell can you win 512 games?
I don't know. Hey, Rico, one of our viewers is asking, does Rico recall a record album on John Kiley's organ music where you played the drums?
Yes, I do. And I don't want to talk about it.
Wait a second. Hold on. I do. You're telling me that there's an album out there, David, we're going to have to find this. There's an album out there that John Kiley is playing the freaking organ and you're playing the drums.
Yeah,
David,
we went to a studio and he was playing and I was just waiting. I thought he was going to play some, cool stuff. So I'm waiting. Yeah, and he's playing the Bruins song, the fight song, the Red Sox song, and I'm just doing like a 2-4, bang, bang.
So there was
next thing I know, is an album out. What the heck is this?
David, we have to track that bad boy.
What were your royalties? Did you get royalties?
Oh, yeah, millions. I tell you, it was a big seller somewhere. Lithuania somewhere. No, I mean, they started giving them away after a while, but
that's a riot.
No, that was. Yeah.
Rico, I want to ask a question. As I said, I want to put you on the spot. You played from 1963 or 64 through 76, correct?
Yeah, 63 came up.
Okay, I want you to. You had this. This is what is your starting of the guys you played with from the Red Sox? Who's your first baseman of the guys you played with? Who's your starting first
guys
baseman?
I played with? Okay.
Who's your first baseman?
It's got to be George Scott.
Okay, that's I was going to.
Scott was great first baseman.
Okay, what about second base?
Wow, we had a bunch of second basemen: Mike Andrews, Denny Doyle. Gee, that really.
Who was the better of the two?
They were kind of equal, really. Mike was, Mike's 6'4", so but he could pick it. He could make that double play. Boy,
he was very fluid, very fluid.
Yeah, and he hurt his back. That's why it hurt his whole career. He hurt his back in 67.
All right, so either one of those two. Who's your third baseman? Who's your third baseman? You're the shortstop. You're our choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's your third
baseman? Boy, guys that I played with.
Yep. Who's the third? Who's your third baseman in 75? I'm trying to think. You had Foy was in 67.
75 was Rico.
Oh, that's right. You were the third baseman.
Right.
They had moved you. That's right.
Yeah. Burleson was at short. I was at third. I'm just thinking that the third basemen that when I play now later on, we got some good ones.
I mean, Joe Foy actually was a good third baseman, but
what about
wasn't
before him?
Malzone, I only played 1 year with Frank.
Well, that counts, Frank. That counts. You played with him, so Frank is a good choice. All right, how about your outfield? Who's your left fielder? Yaz.
Center fielder. Freddie Lynn.
And your right fielder is Dwight.
Wait a second. Now I'm going back to left field. Jim Rice.
Ooh.
There's two Hall of Famers there. Dwight Evans in right field. Not even close. He's my man.
Yeah.
It's
all right. That's interesting. Who's your captain?
I might put Yaz at first, but Scott really was. He was tremendous first base.
What a cannon for an arm that Dwight had. Boy, oh boy.
Oh, he was.
Man,
he made it look easy.
He did. He really did. And something with all the personal problems he had going on.
I was going to say.
Oh wow, yeah.
There's another guy.
Your heart had to bleed for a guy like that.
Yeah, Mike, you're right.
And his wife Sue. Man, alive. Yeah, I talked to Dwight, and it's tough. But
a little while ago, your phone was ringing, and one of our listeners says it was your Strempsy trying to call you.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't call anybody.
Haven't heard from Yaz in probably 2 to 3 years. When's the last time we had a reunion?
Yeah, no,
a couple of years ago.
It has been a while. So Ray is asking a question, Rico, and I kind of think that this is a guy that is Dwight a Hall of Famer? Should he be in the Hall of Fame?
To me, he was. Me, he was absolutely. You talk about, he didn't win a MVP or anything like that, but he had some good numbers, and he was a great. I don't know, 9 or 10 Gold Gloves, and I thought he was just a talent, just a tremendous talent, but didn't get the credit. He was kind of quiet, but when Rice and Lynn came around, of course, they got most of the attention.
Right.
I think
it's like Mookie and
so Tom,
and Bradley and them were excellent.
Yeah.
So statistically, I think he falls short. He's got 2,400 hits, 385 home runs.
What was his lifetime? His lifetime was in the 270s, though, wasn't it?
272.
Yeah. See, I mean, I think
you're talking statistics. All right, Schilling was up for the MVP, the Hall of Fame. He probably will make it when the players vote. Now, if you go on statistics, he had a very good, postseason. But he pitched 20 years. He has 210 wins, right?
Yeah, 107 after the steroid era, though.
No, that's a good point. But
I don't care. So what?
And I agree. I agree with you, Rico. I'm going to tell you something.
Not that he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame, but I'm saying that you shouldn't just go on these 500 home runs and all the guys. Great players.
Before we take a break, Rico, I know you're very self-deprecating and you hate to hear stuff like this, but I've taken a look over the years at your numbers, really high numbers. I think had your lifetime batting average been up about 25, 30 points, you would have been a bubble guy. You would have had a shot. You really would have. With the home runs that you hit, the hits, your batting average, had it been like 280, I think you could have.
Yeah, you always look at it and say, geez, if I would have done this, I could have gone the right field more. I used to up the middle, maybe right center, but you're going to get more hits that way. But I wasn't worried about that. I wanted to knock in runs. You did knock in runs, almost 800. But that's to me, you're winning. Like they say, get on base percentage for these guys nowadays. Get on base, score runs, knock in runs. So if you hit 15 home runs and knock in 118 runs, not too bad, right?
Right.
Not bad at all.
Hey, David, when we come back, can you bring up that, is there any way that you can access that little a minute and a half clip that we showed the other night on the Great American Collectible Show?
Yeah, let me see if I can dig that out.
If you can. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Rico's in the house with Mikey and I. The two handsome guys. Look between the two of them. There's 180 years there. 180 years there between the two of them.
Can I make a comment after the break? It has to do with the photos in the break. In the advertisements, you two guys have photos on.
Yes.
So I'd like to comment on them.
Okay, great.
All right, we'll be right back.
David from the Sicilian Corner. Mike, Tom, and I love to go to Salisbury Beach, but we love different things and we can never agree. Tom likes the casual family-style dining with great Italian cuisine, Capri Seaside Italian Grill. Me, I love the elegant romantic vibe, Sea Glass with the amazing view and terrific menu with prices that'll make it the place you want to visit every week. Mike loves a drink in his hand and a cool ocean breeze right off the surf and the rhythms of an even cooler reggae band. We all know Mike loves Bob Marley tunes at Surfside. Who doesn't love a great show? National acts, comedy, regional favorites, and the beautiful and intimate Blue Ocean Music
This
Hall.
is the height of
Lucky
pen
for
and
us,
fever, which
Land
has gripped this
Hospitality
frenzied
hosted
town,
all
but
these
some...
great places, and they treat everyone like they're Mike Lamazzo. And best of all, we never have to choose. Park the car once and all of this fun is right at your fingertips. We can have it all in the heart of Salisbury Beach. Find out about all the ways you can have a great night at Salisbury Beach at NorthshorePavilion.com. And Mike, Tom, and I will see you there.
This is Tom Zappola. Located in the heart of downtown Haverhill,
The Haverhill Beef Company is a full-service, old-fashioned butcher shop and meat market that continues to be a valued family tradition since 1952. Peter and Monica Carboni's Haverhill Beef offers individualized service from an outstanding selection of marinated sirloin tips, homemade sausage, marinated chicken, and thick, juicy Chairman Reserve steaks. Your family deserves the best, so call Peter at 978-374-4795 or visit their website at www.haverhillbeef.com.
Hi, this is Mike, and I would like to tell you about the Deborah Care Law Offices, a firm that is focused on estate planning, probate, trust administration, and elder law issues. You will feel comfortable discussing important issues concerning both you and your loved ones, as well as having the information you need to make an informed decision about your family's future. How to